Hello everyone and welcome to the NAVCS Season 2 Daytona 500. It's time to open the curtains for a brand new season, season number 2. It's going to be 16 laps around this 500-mile race. It's a super speedway. William Byron starts on pole. This is drivers to watch. Josh Berry's your Duel 2 winner. And Joey Logano, who's the Duel 1 winner, and he starts third. Austin Cindric finished second in Duel 2. He starts fourth. Daniel Smith, he's a new entry. Ricky Snell Jr., he's also a new entry. Jamie Johnson, veteran, returns to the Daytona 500. Connor Zolich, new entry. John Nemechek, also a new entry. Ryan Blaney struggling after losing the C1 championship. He's looking to rebound. Denny Hamlin looking to rebound after a tough season last year. And Kyle Busch, final race in the NAVCS, looking to win. AJ Allmendinger is a Gen 7 entry. Ty Dillon's a new entry. Tyler Reddick is a horrible season last year. He's looking to rebound. Eric Jones is a new entry. Carson Ultivar is a new entry. And then Todd Gilliland is replacing Michael McDowell. And Tony Stewart is starting from the back after practice crash. And now here's the starting lineup. And row number 1 is William Byron and Josh Berry. Row number 2 is Joey Logano and Austin Cindric. Row number 3 is Christopher Bell and Zane Smith. And row number 4 is Ricky Snell Jr. and Bubba Wallace. Row number 5 is Daniel Suarez and Ty Gibbs. Row number 6 is Jimmy Johnson and Ross Chastain. Row number 7 is Connor Zolich and John Nemechek. And row number 8 is Danny Hamlin and Ryan Blaney. And row number 9 is Alex Roman and Brad Keselowski. Row number 10 is Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott. Row number 11 is Chris Buescher and Kyle Busch. Row number 12 is Cole Custer and Shane Van Gisbergen. And row number 13 is Chase Briscoe and Noah Gragson. Row number 14 is AJ Allmendinger and Austin Dillon. And row number 15 is Ty Dillon and Tyler Reddick. Row number 16 is Carson Ultivar and Eric Jones. And to run out the field in row number 17 is Tony Stewart shotgun into the field, starting alongside Todd Gilliland. And now they are rolling off the pit road. Here is the racing flow. It's 16 laps, 8 miles. It's the first race of the NAVCS Season 2. Now they're coming off the turn 4, and we are underway in the Daytona 500. Coming off of turn number 4, Joey Logano gets shoved to the inside after contact with Christopher Bell. Here it comes back to the inside of a huge run, 3 wide for the lead onto the back straightaway. Oh, Byron's in the wall, Josh Berry, they're going to fall back. Here comes Christopher Bell, he gets shoved to the outside. Joey Logano is your race leader coming off of turn number 4. Coming lap number 3. Here comes Christopher Bell along the outside. Logano gets shoved to the middle. Bell is your leader. Here they come to turn straight for the lap number 4. Into the wall goes Christopher Bell and Chase Briscoe. Now to the lead goes both Penske teammates, Ryan Blaney and Joey Logano, and he gets bumped by Bubba Wallace. 4 wide out the field as Logano falls back. And we got a caution, big crash in turns 3 and 4. Joey Logano is involved. I know that. Denny Hamlin. Oh, man. Oh. It's like Denny Hamlin got... It looks like Denny Hamlin makes contact with Joey Logano while Logano's on the outside. And we all know 4 wide almost never works at Daytona. But yeah, we can say that. Ross Chastain, Chris Buescher. Hamlin makes contact with Logano. Logano spins down the track. Eric Jones, Kyle Larson, Zane Smith, Ross Chastain, Noah Gragson, and Jimmy Johnson all involved. Oh yeah, and NAVCS officials have bring the red flag out, and the cars are stopped on the back straightaway. Now let's see all the cars involved: Zane Smith, Jimmy Johnson, Joey Logano, Kyle Larson, Ross Chastain, Eric Jones, Denny Hamlin, Chris Buescher, and Noah Gragson. And Hamlin and Buescher and Gragson are gonna get away scot-free with a little bit of repairs. But the rest of the cars involved in the wreck are going to the garage. Now that the caution is back out, Ryan Blaney is going to lead us to green with his buddy Bubba Wallace. Here they come out of turn 4. We are back underway in Daytona. Here they come to the turn 1. There goes Briscoe and Blaney. Contact, close the bars into the wall hard. Smoke billowing from the back of the car. And Josh Berry sideways. Kyle Busch shoves his way through to the point. Here comes Blaney up off turn 4. Here comes John Nemechek as well. And pulling in the parallel to Carson Ultivar. Smoke billowing out of the car. He's getting repairs. Here they come down the back straightaway. Ryan Blaney into the lead. And there's contact. There's being on the back straightaway. One car upside down. Barreling down the back straightaway. It's Ryan Blaney. Barrel rolling once, twice, third, landing back on all fours. Caution is out. As we're gonna get a replay of this wreck. First of all, we're gonna look at Carson Ozavar's big hit into the outside wall, really. Oh, looks like he got a bump from A.G. Allmendinger, came across the nose of John Hunter Nemechek, and then kaboom! That car slams hard into the outside wall. Smoke billows out of the back of the car. And yeah, let's see, the inside lane got a huge run. Then Allmendinger gets a bump. He puts the bump to Hulsavar, and then John Hunter Nemechek, Hulsavar slides across the nose of John Hunter Nemechek, and he spins up, slamming hard into the outside wall, just like Kyle Busch in the 2018 Cobra Sugar 400. Rest in peace, Kyle Busch in real life, though. And let's take a look at the Ryan Blaney slip on the back straightaway. They're too far away from the camera to even tell, but from what I can see, from that angle, looks like he just got a push from Chase Briscoe, and then the car, the car picked up and flipped violently down the back straightaway. What a violent flip for Ryan Blaney. That looks exactly like Ryan Preece in 2023 at Daytona, and without like the end over end, side over side. Well, the car did tumble side over side, but the car didn't like tumble end over end. Like I think this is not slow motion anyway. Yeah, Ryan Blaney upside down. Well, and the car also just stayed on his lid for like 2 seconds, and then the car started barrel rolling down the back straightaway. Or was that Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in the middle lane that was in front of him? Let's see. Let's look at the angle. I think this is the last time. No, this is not the last time. Anyway, I think was it Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in that middle lane, or was he on the out? Or was he on the inside? Let's see. I still can't tell because the cars are very far away from the camera. I think slow motion is coming up soon. Yeah, this is stop motion. No, Stenhouse was on the inside with Bowman. So yeah, that does mean Blaney got a bump from Briscoe, and then the air got underneath the car, and the car picked up and gets on his side and upside down on his lid, sliding down the back straightaway on its lid. Blaney upside down. Stenhouse and Bowman, innocent bystanders, nowhere to go. And then that's the tumble Blaney took. I think one. And this is the second time he went over. Two. And then this is about to be the third time. I think this is the third time. Third time he went over. And this is the fourth time he went over. Wow, what a huge flip for Ryan Blaney. Upside down the back straightaway at Daytona. I'm really surprised we didn't go to the red flag for this. Wow. That wreck was so violent. I'm surprised we didn't go to the red flag for this. This is where Blaney comes back on all four wheels, and he slides back up the track. I'm surprised we didn't go to the red flag, and Ryan Blaney, which is seen walking out of the car, he is okay. All drivers have exited their cars. They are okay. No injuries reported. Anyway, here are the cars involved in the wreck. This is the aftermath of the cars are getting towed away from the scene. I think the screen should pop up in a little bit here. But yeah, that was a huge wreck for Ryan Blaney. He is okay. All drivers involved in the wreck were okay. Also, some news. Carson Ozavar is 1 lap down after the field caught him. And the cars involved are Alex Bowman, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and Ryan Blaney. All of them are going to be DNF. And since Carson Ozavar is, since he's a lap down, the field is going to be restarting single file. Here we come to the green flag, and Bubba Wallace shoves the field 3 wide. There's 3 wide for the lead. Here they come down the back straightaway. And now we are getting a penalty for Bubba Wallace. Penalty, switching lanes before the start-finish line on the restart. And now he's doing a pass-through penalty And meanwhile, for the lead, here comes Christopher Bell to the inside. Here comes Carson Osborne up to block check. Here comes Kyle Busch through the inside. He's going to take the lead. Osborne blocks him. Kyle Busch to the lead. Here comes Daniel Suarez, 4 wide, down the back straightaway. Here comes Osborne up to block Busch. There's contact into the wall of Christopher Bell. They're wrecking in the back in turns 3 and 4. It's the big one at Daytona. Caution is out again. Two cars are instantly there to the scene. Caution is out again. Noah Gragson got a bad shove from Chase Briscoe, and then he comes down into Christopher Bell. Bell almost got upside down in that wreck, and that car got off the ground. And then, I think Chase Briscoe got through that unscathed. Denny Hamlin, John Hunter Nemechek nowhere to go, along with Daniel Suarez. Same thing with Todd Gilliland, Austin Dillon, Connor Zelich, Cole Custer, and Chase Elliott. Wow. The big one happens in turns 3 and 4 at Daytona. What a wreck. I believe the race leader is still Kyle Busch, I think. Yeah, the race leader is still Kyle Busch. But all drivers have climbed out of their cars. They are okay. I think this is slow motion. Yeah, this is slow motion. So yeah, Gragson gets a bad shove from Chase Briscoe, comes down right in front of the field as well, and then Bell slides up hard into the outside wall for the number 20. The car picked up off the ground. Luckily, the car did not flip over like Ryan Blaney did like a couple minutes earlier. And then Chase Elliott, Cole Custer, Todd Gilliland nowhere to go. Same thing with Daniel Suarez. And Denny Hamlin and John Hunter Nemechek. And Bubba Wallace led the back of the field. They avoided that wreck very cleanly. But I think that's 11 cars involved in that wreck. I think that's like 11 cars involved in that wreck down there. I see. Connor Zelich, Noah Gragson. I'm surprised Chase Briscoe did not get involved, even though he started this whole mess. He is going to get away scot-free. I think he made some contact with Christopher Bell, but I don't think so. He was running along the outside, and I believe he got away without a scratch. And then in a little bit here, you see the tow car, you see the tow truck, well, the safety cars, the AMR safety team rushing to the scene right there, assisting these drivers. Thank you, NASCAR, for all the safety improvements you put on these cars. Now let's look at the cars involved. Cars involved: Cole Custer, Chase Elliott, Austin Dillon, Daniel Suarez, Noah Gragson, Christopher Bell, William Byron, Todd Gilliland, Connor Zelich, John Hunter Nemechek, and Denny Hamlin. And Carson Osborne is also getting the lucky dog, so he's going to restart from the back of the field. Wait, the red flag has been lifted, and it's overtime presented by MasterCard. Here we come back to the line. Kyle Busch is still overtime. And here comes Carson Osborne out of nowhere for a huge run to the outside. He's going to pass Kyle Busch. Here they come to turns 3 and 4. 1 lap to go, presented by Raising Canes. Heading to turn 1, Hulsevar in the wall, turned around in front of the field. Here comes Kyle Busch. Chris Busch along the inside. He's going to go and block Busch. Into 3 and 4 for the final time. Busch with a huge run on the outside. In the wall goes Stewart. And Kyle Busch is going to win the Daytona 500 in his final ever race in the Apex Velocity Cup Series, as I think like 15 cars or less crashed on the last lap. Here is the replay of the turn 1 crash. Right here, Carson Osborne slid up into Ty Gibbs, got into the wall, spun down the racetrack. I think and the car also caught air after that car dug into the grass. And Noah Gragson just nowhere to go, and the back of the field just absolutely piles up in turn number 1. Just absolutely nowhere for anyone to go. And Kyle Kyle Busch passes on the inside. What an amazing record avoidance by Kyle Busch. And William Byron was involved in the second big one. Was involved in the big one, but then he gets involved again. And some of these cars were also survived the big one, and now they're caught back up in it again. And then Carson Musavar, he got the lucky dog, got the lead from Kyle Busch coming to the white flag, and now in turn one, his Daytona 500 dreams come to an end in Daytona. And again, and John Hunter Nemechek also clobbered Tyler Reddick in the rear quarter panel. And Todd Gilliland also clobbered Tyler. William Byron also clobbered Tyler Reddick. I think Tyler Reddick got hit at least 3 different times in that crash. And I don't know what Brad Keselowski and Connor Hillich were doing there. I think Keselowski was just trying to pass Zillich, and then they just spun together. Yeah, and I think Tyler Reddick got hit at least 3 different times in that crash. And let's take a look at the crash coming to the line. Tony Stewart got slid up into Chase Briscoe, and then he got into the wall, and then came down into Chris Buescher. Buescher had a hard hit into the outside wall, and also, Chase Briscoe almost flips upside down after contact with Austin Cindric. The car nearly weight shifted. Wow. Man, Chris Buescher's Daytona 500 dreams come to an end. He's gonna have to try again next year, or possibly next season. Sorry. And then Bubba Wallace just innocent bystander, nowhere to go. And Austin Cindric and Chris Buescher also crossed the line backwards. And Austin Cindric Chase Briscoe crossed the line sideways. Wow. Multiple cars crossed the line backwards and sideways. I think 3 cars got across the line safely, no wrecks. And Chase Briscoe also almost flipped after contact with SVG. So right here, Stewart comes up into Briscoe, into the wall, comes down into Chris Buescher. Buescher slams into the outside wall hard, comes down into Chase Briscoe and Bubba Wallace, and then all the mayhem starts from there. And then, Bubba Wallace also did a 360 after Shane Van Gisbergen hit him in the left rear quarter panel. And then, right there, I think Wallace crossed the line in P2. Yeah, I think that. And then SVG, I don't know what he was doing there. I think he was just trying to pass Bubba Wallace even though it was already too late. And look at Bubba Wallace on his side and right there. And Chase Briscoe also nearly weight shifted as well. And then what a crazy finish coming to the line. Kyle Busch wins the Daytona 500 in his final race in the Apex Velocity Cup Series. Because in real life he did pass away. Rest in peace though. But what a finish. And also, here comes the AMR safety team again. And John Hunter Nemechek is crossing the line backwards. Just like what Ryan Preece did in real life. And also, the track has to be clear before Kyle can start doing burnouts. And we know that. And so all the cars involved in the last lap crashes are going to the garage. And Kyle Busch is going to burn it down on the front straightaway. What an unforgettable finish in the Daytona 500. Here's the finishing results. Kyle Busch, Bubba Wallace, Chris Buescher, Austin Cindric, Chase Briscoe, Shane Van Gisbergen, and others. And here's the point standings. Kyle Busch, AJ Allmendinger, Josh Berry, Danny Hamlin, and Chris Buescher. Now the next race will be the Food City 500 at Bristol Motor Speedway. And thank you for joining us. And thank you for joining me in the Daytona 500. And until next time, peace.